This is Ann. If any of you have any idea of how to get into contact with companies that leaves a paper trail, that would be amazing, because so far I've been emailing and calling to dead ends, to brick walls, where the brick walls are, not only will they implicitly do not want to meet, but they don't even want to discuss things. They don't even want to say no thanks or we're busy or anything like that, because that would indicate receipt to the messages. So it's a pretty shitty thing, but it's a business thing. It happens when you screw over a person so much that you start to think that you're homebound for stealing their idea. And then that person comes back and he's like, dude, I'm alive. I'm not crazy like you portrayed me in the papers. And I am very poor, so you have your richness going for you. But besides that, it's pretty low and it's criminal. It's actually factually criminal. Picture doing business with somebody, giving them property, because that's what ideas are. They're property. IP, intellectual property. And they use those ideas to get rich and famous. Elon Musk. And you're left with nothing, financially speaking, other than the ability to make up even more things that they could ever do in their entire lives. That's where I tripped before as an early inventor. I would make something, but I would say I would make up something. It's true that when you're inventing, you're making things. It's not true that you're making up something. Making up something would be saying that Google is a three-headed dragon that only I have the sword to slay. Although there's some truth in that. I did, in my talks with the murderer a while ago, I came into contact with this murderous beast within him. And it sort of like pinged across the world. I started to be aware of other people who had something like that. Like an unchecked Naruto, but an evil, bad guy Naruto. Well, not too much of a bad guy. Who's mixed. Bad with good. But he's done stuff to people. Bad things. So I had to face that kind of environment. Little old me. With nothing but the Lord by my side. Look at how I turned out. I developed from that, and mixed with what my it was, and I developed a Google killer eventually. It would start with an entirely new internet. That still gives you access to the old internet, but basically it starts at Apple, with us together reimagining the internet entirely. In a way, cell phones, iPhones, even Android phones, although they took after iPhones, cell phones, they kind of did that with computers. They're like version 2 computers. Version 1, all the traditional desktops and laptops.
Shopping for savings products? Some offer more flexibility.
So anyway,
While others offer higher
what should I do? If you know anything I should do, or if you know a businessman who's really good with negotiations, especially if he's good at getting through brick walls, then let me know. Because even direct contact with them, direct emails, Larry's email, Serge's email, Tim Cook's email, has met with no response. So I keep emailing them at a rate of once every probably 2 to 3 days average. Help me out here and I'll give you some money. How about that? A negotiator type of person like Mark Cuban, who knows how to break through brick walls. Maybe I'll give you 20% of everything that they give me. How's that sound for a deal?